You. Well, that was pretty cool. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Crypto Queen channel. Tonight is a special AMA. We have on with us Sean from Safuape. Sean, thank you so much for coming by the channel.
Thanks for having me, and shout out to the Godfather for making that little intro. I love the community members making awesome content and graphic art, and I love that art.
That was pretty cool. Now, I wasn't sure if you could hear the audio. Could you hear it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because sometimes I put stuff on the screen and then I think it's so great and wonderful. And then I see in the chat, can't hear anything. So, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Neville. Good evening, Bobby Basehead. I guess this is one of your people. SAPE is king of apes. So, we got some of your people already in the house. So, pardon me, let me just mute my mic.
Thanks for stopping in too, Bobby.
Guys, tonight is an AMA of Safuape, and I have to be honest with you. I heard about this project a couple of weeks ago, but I really didn't pay that much attention to it. And it's my fault because at first glance, I thought this was going to be just a knockoff project, an NFT project of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Did I get that right? Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? Is that what it is? I thought it was going to be just a knockoff of that. So I really didn't pay that much attention to it. And then, doing research for the AMA tonight, I realized that they're a whole heck of a lot more than that. So I'm a little bummed that I didn't get in to this from the very beginning, but it's a good place to enter now. That's for sure. Now that the entire market is down, but just in case some people are here and they're unfamiliar with your project, Sean, what would you tell them about Safuape?
So the whole mission statement is we want a safe place for seasoned and new investors to come and trade and learn about crypto and experience everything they like in crypto, whether that's passive income from rewards, NFTs, staking, swapping. Our Safu swap is auto slippage swap. It's very easy to use. Every token is screened and audited before adding, and that's something we want mass adoption of crypto. We want everybody to know the love of it like we do, and getting rid of these scams, the things that are traded on other swaps that are just, they end up being rug pulls. And we all look at it on Dex Tools, the live new pairs. I mean, you can basically count half of those as scams that are coming out. And we really want to stop that because it's ruining the space. It's hurting good projects and it's hurting investors. I mean, they put their hard-earned money into something and they want to make money, and then they can't sell. They can't do anything. The company's socials and stuff are all deleted, the website, and they're just left in the dark. So trying to beat that and also deliver quality product to people without having millions of dollars of volume, and show that we can provide utilities and keep delivering out of our own pocket because we're here to stay and we're here to work and be a long-term company.
That sounds really good. That sounds really good. So that was the little cheat sheet of the description of Safuape. And just to let people know, this is not a paid AMA. I wasn't paid for this, donated money, nothing. This is a free AMA because I always get harped on, oh, you got paid for that AMA. So I just like to make it right clear, right up front. That's not the case here. Now, before we go any further, I would like to jump over to your website, and I want to ask some basic questions that I usually ask people whenever they join me for an AMA. When did you launch your token?
So this is our anniversary 1 month ago, and this is website version 3. So version 1 came out, version 1.2 came out, or version 2, and this is the fully updated version. And the only thing, we need to link the white paper in there, but Andrea, our graphics NFT dev, she has been busting it, and she's like, hey, the website's done. I want to put it up because I love it. And she showed us a sneak peek before it was launched live about an hour ago. And I love it too. It's beautiful. It shows the dedication of the team and it shows the hard work and the passion that we all have.
Great. Now, did you have a fair launch?
We did, yes, ma'am.
What
No,
is your token supply?
1 trillion. So no team sale, no pre tokens, pre sale or anything. Just a straight fair launch. Started market cap was $10,000.
1 trillion. That's got to be the lowest token supply that I've heard of, and I can't even tell you how long. I'm so used to hearing about quadrillions, quintillions, sextillions. To hear a trillion is
Hmm.
very, very rare. Is there a reason that you only went with a trillion?
Yeah, so it's we see the highly deflationary tokens and everything and reflections and all that, and the ecosystem was created to kind of counteract that, and we want to be more compatible with centralized exchanges. So having a max wallet of 30 billion for SAPE, 20 billion for baby SAPE, and having simple max supplies and keeping it simple, no reflections, no super crazy numbers, making the contract solid, and not a lot of math on that part. Just more compatible with exchanges and easier to keep track of circulating supply.
Now, I heard you mention Baby Sape. What up with that? What's Baby Sape?
Yeah, so it's a whole ecosystem, and we've all invested in other tokens have reflections, rewards, everything, and we love reflections. And our coder, he came up with the idea of, hey, why don't I make a token with our token that's rewards? It's for the community, and all it does is buys stack up on it. As soon as there's a sale on Baby Safe, it does a buyback on the SAPE chart, as well as it generates passive income. So rewards in Ethereum right now and SAPE from Baby SAPE. And that can be changed to any ERC token. So we had a vote between Cult DAO and SHIB and ApeCoin, and Cult won. So the next reward that Baby SAPE is going to generate is going to be Cult DAO and Ethereum. And it's a rewards token. So the community votes on what they want the tax split on, what they want the rewards on, and how they want it to operate. So it's straight from the community.
Okay. So that Baby Sape is strictly a rewards token. It's not for sale.
Yes, it is for sale. Yes, ma'am.
Now, why would you launch two tokens? Why not just have your one token and
Mhm.
have that be the tokenomics for your entire project? Because I feel like sometimes people have more than one token,
Mhm.
and the one token poaches money and investors from that other token.
Mhm. So the idea behind it was we wanted one token that was as safe as possible, as compatible with centralized exchanges that it can be. And that's safe. But we love reflections, we love rewards, and we want the community involved. So the auto buyback function was in place to kind of be like a reward for SAFE holders. And instead of reflections, you get buybacks. And holding SAFE, you also get 50% more rewards. So holding both, you're kind of helping yourself on both ends. The taxes are feeding back into rewards, gas fees, and holding SAFE is going to get you an NFT. Plus, just holding it gets you 50% more rewards. So we wanted passive income, but we wanted a token that's more fit for centralized exchanges, and then we wanted a token that generates those reflections. And if it's not compatible with centralized exchanges, we don't have to worry because it's for the SAPE community. But that's the whole point of it. We tried to make it an ecosystem where they both can feed off each other, and holding both is essential and vital to the entire ecosystem, and it benefits holders to hold both. We've suggested holding a 50-50 split, a 70-30, depending on what you want. It's all up to the investor. So holding both benefits you in many ways.
Okay, so run me through the Baby Safe then. Did you say what was the token supply?
1 trillion for both the same.
And what is the price for SAPE right now? And what is the price for Baby SAPE?
The zeros, I believe it was a couple zeros and 2.7, and then Baby Sape was right under that as well. Market cap is right around 240,000 for Sape and 180, 190,000 for Baby Sape.
Okay. And we're on Dex Tools right now. According to Dex Tools, you have about 436 holders.
Mhm.
That's according to Dex Tools. It's not always notoriously very accurate, but it's probably close. That's probably close to accurate. Total market cap $240,000, as you just mentioned, and your total liquidity is about $68,000. Is your liquidity locked on both tokens? And if so, how long and where?
Yes, ma'am. 90 days on SAPE and Baby SAPE through Unicrypt. And that was actually part of what I love about the team and everything. So in the Telegram, it was locked initially for a week. And the whole community said, hey, let's extend the lock. Within an hour, it was locked to 90 days just from the community asking for it to be locked in the Telegram.
Okay, so you listen to the community. That's good.
Mhm.
Okay. You got some NFTs?
Mhm.
Are they popular? Have
They're
you sold any? They're not
they're not.
launched yet.
That's part of also being a SAPE holder. You can have that NFT by being a SAPE holder, and the first 500 get a free NFT.
Okay. Let's talk about your contract. Is it
Mhm.
renounced?
Yes, ma'am. SAPE is renounced.
Hmm. So what do you do in a situation where, first of all, you're on no exchanges, correct? You just launched no exchanges.
Yes, ma'am. Not yet. We have Doja Swap confirmed. We just have to send our CertIC KYC certificate when they send us back the certificate, and it'll be sent to Doja Swap, and we'll be able to be listed. So that's the first one.
Okay. So what's going to happen if you launch onto a certain exchange? Let's say, oh, I don't know, let me just pick one off the top of my head, Hopbit.
Hmm.
And then you have arbitrage going on. How would you fix that?
Yeah. So the whole the whole point of SAPE and Baby SAPE and the two contracts, and I completely get what you're saying too, how one can kind of outweigh the other and take volume away.
No,
Same,
this is when an exchange this just happened with Shibtoro.
hmm.
So Shibtoro launched on Hotbit, and that's why I kind of over dramatized it a little bit because it's
Hmm.
happening a lot with Hotbit.
Hmm.
They launch a token onto their exchange. And what happens is over time, they start selling the token for a significantly less price than Uniswap. So people buy it on Hotbit, they transfer their tokens out of Hotbit and then sell it on Uniswap.
Hmm.
When tokens catch that, being that they don't have a renounced contract, they're able to blacklist certain addresses that are participating in the arbitrage. Being that you're renounced, you do you have that capability of blacklisting certain wallets?
So we can with SAPE. It's a little harder, obviously, because it's renounced. But that was the point of the renounced contract. We wanted it more compatible with exchanges, and we still wanted rewards and everything. We couldn't get it all fitting into one contract, and that's why we had both as well. But yeah, the Hobbit thing, I've heard of that selling thing going on, and that's why I love decentralized exchanges and holding your own keys, and you hold the power in your money. You can buy, sell it when you want. You get the true price of it, and it's why we created a swap as well. We do love centralized exchanges for mass adoption, but decentralization is definitely the way to go.
I heard you mention that CertIC and your
Mhm.
devs were KYC'd through CertIC. I was going to say, how come it's always you? You know, every time that you hear about this, because you're not the lead developer, right? You're just like the front man for this project.
Mhm.
People like to see the lead developers. You know, they were making a big stink about the Phantom guy because he
Yeah.
didn't show his face anywhere. And then finally, when he did show his face, there wasn't a name attached to it.
Mhm.
You know, he didn't put his Twitter handle out there. So he's basically, even though he showed his face, he was still a little bit anonymous.
Mhm.
So do you think they're going to start making appearances more? Because I think that makes people feel a little more comfortable when they can see somebody to say, oh, that's the person that I'm trusting with my money. And if something goes wrong, I know whose head I'm going to look for.
Yeah, absolutely. So my official title is the chief marketing officer for the team, and I completely understand with that. And my role in the team, I've been in the military, law enforcement, and public speaking, and I personally know all the developers, and that's part of why we did the double KYC. We did one through InterFi, and now one through CertIC as well, which is much more in depth. And also, I'm still in law enforcement, so trust me, if something did happen, I would take care of everybody, and I would take care of the rest of the team. But I trust these guys. They're really good people. They're good friends, and they will eventually dox and come out and talk. They're working on public speaking. Not the greatest public speakers, and I get it. I mean, I kind of see the thing with the scripting on people reading the script and stuff because I don't say the best stuff all the time, but I'd rather say it from the heart and show who I am and everything. And they're working on that as well. The goal was obviously with some more volume, go to a crypto convention and reveal the entire team everywhere. Our graphics NFT designer, Andrea, she was in Women in Crypto and she talked. She didn't show her face yet, but that was the main thing. We think we want to do that as the first broadcast of the team. And there's the Crypto Expo in Austin, actually, here in Texas in June. And volume picks up and we have funds to get everybody there. We want to reveal the team, have a booth there, and mingle with other projects and other people and investors.
We have people from the Vault Army in the house, and we welcome all projects here. We have people from the cult that are here. And is that the token that you're going to be doing buybacks of or given as rewards?
Yes, ma'am. It will be benefiting from the baby SAPE contract getting auto buybacks, and it will also be the reward token. So all of our holders that are holding baby SAPE will be able to collect cult as a reward. And if they hold SAPE, they'll be able to get 50% more of that rewards.
See that, guys? Good reason to hold SAPE if you're that particular token fan. Olga, I can't pull up anybody else's chart right now because we're doing an AMA for Sean's token or project, Safuape. So another time, but I appreciate you for dropping by. All communities are welcome. Definitely. Hello, Captain. Thank you very much for dropping by. So a lot of people that are in the Vault Army definitely like Safuape. Okay, well, that's good. So now I want to look at your roadmap. And I do like the way your website is set up, but the little social media links are obstructing my view over here. That's okay. Where's my glasses? Hold on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your roadmap because you got a lot of things checked off over here. We're almost to the 500 holder, or that's 500 Telegram members. How many members currently do you have in Telegram?
We're at 1,057, I believe, last time I looked, and it's wonderful seeing the community grow. We were 2 weeks ago, we had like 700 and something, and then it busted over 1,000 like a week ago. So I love seeing it grow.
Oh, that's really good. So what are some of the next steps? I see that you did this launch, you have your you did the KYC. And guys, it's really important that they are doxed. They are KYC through CerTic, which is the gold standard for being doxed. So that's, I was kind of picking on him saying, well, are you the face? Where are they? Just to really make a point of they are indeed doxed through CerTic, which is the gold standard. So you can feel safe and cozy that if anything ever goes wrong with this project, we know who to go to when stuff goes wrong. We're not saying that's going to happen, but we're just, saying that we do have someone to hold accountable in case things go wrong. But what I'm looking at over here is what's going on over here. So I see that Safu DAP, Safu Bridge, all of that. Let's talk about that because you released that recently, didn't you?
Yeah, the DAP has been live since day 2. And the goal of it is to be an entire one screen where people can see their chart, trade, stake their NFT, stake their tokens, do everything from just one chart and one page. And right now it's a multi-tab page, and we've got card payment, Apple Pay to buy your ETH, buy your BNB. And it's got KYC in there too. So if you're worried about your card or Apple Pay, it's safe and it's easy. And the swap is also multi-chain and it's fully functional right now. And every token that we add there, and that's the thing, we don't want anybody to be scammed or rugged. And I see the lawsuits going on with Uniswap and 1inch right now, and that's what we're trying to stop. I hate seeing people lose money in the swap. Every token is audited and screened, and we're going to do full contract audits, develop contracts for teams in the future as Safu audits. But right now we are screening and auditing the tokens listed on our swap.
So I got a lot of your people saying that they love me, and I appreciate that. I love you back, but it would be really great if you guys could hit the subscribe button and the like button. I usually don't ask, but I recently just started to ask for it. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing and liking the video, this way the more traction the video gets, the more people, this will be a suggested video, they'll watch it and perhaps buy into your token. So I am very interested in this swap. Please talk more about it. So you already said people can buy it with Apple Pay. Can they use credit cards to buy SAPE?
Yes, ma'am. So we've got a fiat tab there, and it's KYC multi-verification process. So it's not just one little swipe of the card. So if you do ever, let's say your card gets jacked at the gas station through a card reader or something, and your stuff is compromised, somebody's not going to be able to use your card on Safuape to go buy crypto. It's multi-verification, and you can buy your ETH, BNB, whatever token you're needing to swap, you can buy through that tab with your card, Apple Pay, or Google Pay. And it kind of defeats the purpose of having to buy on one thing, send it to another wallet, send it somewhere, and then you're wasting a bunch of fees, and it's just a hassle, or you have to wait a week for your bank account to send the money. Just makes it easier. And also the swap. So that's the big thing. We audit and screen every contract. It's an algorithm where it's auto slippage, and it's a smart bot to let transactions go through. And if a transaction has any percentage to fail, it will not swap. It will say error during swap, and it will save that money for you, so you will not have a failed transaction. Or let's say a team, something gets through the contract and screening, and they end up quitting, or something happens and the contract is bad. The swap will not let you swap that token. So it's kind of a protector in keeping you from swapping anything that's bad. We do the full audit and screening, so everything on the swap is 100% safe, but we don't want anybody to waste money, and that's the whole goal of the swap. No tokens that are bad, trade on the swap, and it's easy. Buy ETH with your card, put it in there, hit swap. It does the slippage for you, and it doesn't fail.
So everybody that's going to be, so you're going to kind of be like a Doja swap where people can come onto your swap?
Similar, yeah. We get people on within 24 hours. It's a 2 ETH fee for the addition to the swap for Ethereum, and it's a contract audit and screen as well. And it's a 1 ETH fee for BNB. We haven't had a Polygon token yet, but I believe our fee is going to be 1 ETH for a Polygon chain, and we're going to add AVAX and Phantom chains on there as well. So any tokens that want to come get listed, it's one form. They've got to have a KYC and other implementations in their project or fully doxed, and we go through the whole contract. And if there's something kind of weak in the contract and something needs tweaking, we can help them to make adjustments in their contract to make it more secure and make it more solid for the exchange.
So Matty B is saying he's always in the lives. He's
Mm-hmm.
very critical. He's
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Wow, so you don't have to put in slippage."
No, it's and that's the whole goal. Like I love crypto. I fell in love with the community aspect, like being from the military and law enforcement. It's a brotherhood. It's a family type of environment. And that's how crypto is. It's a family type of environment. You're connected from the owners, like in the Telegram. You can talk to me. You can talk to everybody, all the way to the bottom. And it's not like calling a company. You call a hotline or send an email, and you never get an answer. So I love the community aspect, and I want mass adoption for crypto to come about. And I want people like my mom, she's getting into crypto. I want her to be able to go on Safuape and be like, oh, Apple Pay, I'll get some ETH, and then let me get $50 of SAPE, and then she can just hit a couple buttons and done and good to go.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. So you're going to be auditing the contracts
Mm-hmm.
for anybody that's going to be on your swap. You're going to make sure it's, number one, not a honeypot,
Mm-hmm.
not going to be a rug. Now, how can you guarantee that?
So our coder Adrian, he's so good at coding. He made that auto buyback function in Baby SAPE, and I personally haven't seen that before. And how that works is the buys rack up. As soon as somebody sells, it does a buyback on the chart, and it's awesome seeing it. When volume was kind of high at launch, there was like a $700 buyback on the SAPE chart, and he's really good at reading contracts, and we look for any special permissions, and he does a deep dive in it. Like as soon as somebody wants listed, that's his sole focus. He goes away from any other work he was doing, and he just deep dives into that contract and finds out. And we made the swap where if something does slip by ever, or somebody changes something after they've been added, the swap won't let it be traded. So people won't be able to trade it. We'll be able to notice it, and we'll be able to take it off the swap. And we'll have their KYC. We'll have all their information, so we can call out that team.
So Brandon, I don't know why I said Brandon, because I just looked at this guy's name. What's up, Brandon? So there's a gentleman that's doing it. It's done with human intelligence, not
Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence. There's not an algorithm that he's putting it through. Do you see, like, how long does that take to go ahead and audit each individual smart contract?
So for those that see like Interfi and all these auditing companies, it's really not that long to read it if you know what you're doing with the coding. Like I'm not an expert coder, obviously I'm not, but Adrian, he is an expert coder. He's been in tech for 30 plus years, and he's very good at reading contracts and code. And it only takes about an hour or two, if that's the sole thing he's focusing on, hour to two tops, to really read through the entire contract, see all the permissions, see the functions, and be able to see any malicious code in there. So it really doesn't take that long. I mean, we see the the audit companies have the fancy forms and the certificate and everything, and it's usually pretty pricey, which I get. It's a good service to have, but it doesn't really take that long.
Right. So will you give somebody like a little certificate too? Like, hey, I
Mhm.
passed the audit of Safuape.
Yes, ma'am. It's a safe who audited, and we've got an example of certificate on the site now with the update, and all the token screen will get that. So, and in the future, we're going to do full audits with the full PDF version of the rundown of the entire contract for teams, and we'll also help.
Oh crap. Sorry about that. I was trying to bring up the screen so people could actually
Mhm.
see the little certificate that you had. I've gotta stop saying that. I keep saying the little this, the little that. I had Believes on the other night, and this poor Believes, he's got this awesome song he's gonna make, his friend is gonna make it for him, and I was like, "Oh, you're gonna get a little song." It's just, it's degrading. A little song makes it sound stupid, so I have to be careful. So this is your very professional contract. It does look good, and we do have a question from Brandon. Hold on a second. Let me put my glasses on, Brandon. Brandon hit. LOL, I'll bring up the burn. With every listing, they buy 1,000 of SAPE and 1,000 of Babe SAPE and burn it.
Absolutely. Great point. I didn't even bring that up. With every listing, with the listing fee, it's only 2 ETH. We put 1,000 into both tokens and burn that supply. And with the 1 ETH fee of BNB, we use 1,000 to buy back and burn as well. So 500 on both. So every listing gets a buyback and burn on our contract. And thanks, Brandon, for reminding me that. I love the auto slippage and the whole contract audit, and I completely forgot about the buyback and burns.
Yeah, that's really amazing because that's one of the most confusing things I think when, especially if someone's new, like you said, we want cryptocurrency to be really adopted, mainstream. We want everybody to be able to buy it. But the thing that like inhibits them is the fact that it's difficult. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just hand somebody a phone and say, okay, now go to MetaMask, launch Uniswap, and then buy me some ETH. Like they would have no idea what the heck you're talking about. Especially if you're saying, oh, but that's not going to be on, Ethereum. You have to go over to the Binance. They would know nothing about what you're talking about. So is this going to be a cross-chain swap as well? And if so, how many chains?
Yes, ma'am. Currently, we have the Binance, Polygon, and Ethereum all all functioning on the swap. So you can purchase any BNB, Polygon, or Ethereum chain token we have on the swap, and we are going to add all the blue chip cryptos that everybody loves in the top 100 on CoinMarketCap. We're obviously going to screen those as well, even though they are established big projects. But we're going to add those to the swap so anybody can come trade the big cryptos that they love.
Yeah, I think the most confusing thing for me is trying to figure out the slippage. Like, I don't want to spend too much money, but I definitely want to get in. Like, when we were buying, everyone was told to put their slippage to 50% when we were buying the day of launch for Terrarium. Like, that's an incredibly high amount of slippage.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy high. So being that your swap would figure all of that out, and let's not even mention how much money is lost due to failed transactions. Look how many thousands of dollars worth of Ethereum were lost when people were trying to buy into Seda Realty. They were
Mm-hmm.
getting one failed transaction after another. They never got their tokens, and they were out all of that Ethereum. All of that ETH was just gone. It was just a lost transaction. So you're saying that if that happens, zoop, it's going to stop you right then and there and say, listen, it's failed. For
Mm.
whatever reason, it failed, but you're not going to lose your transaction fee.
Yeah, and that's the whole goal. I'm still working a 9 to 5, so it's hard-earned money that people want to trade and invest. And the swap has an algorithm set in place where it is auto slippage. It's a smart bot, so it will push transactions through at the best slippage it can get you. And if there's any chance that that transaction will fail, it will just say error during swap. It will not go through, and then you can retry whenever it is going to go through. So it stops you from wasting that money because we don't. It's hard-earned money, and we don't want to waste any money. And we're also doing a BNB chain for SAPE and Baby SAPE as well, so those fees are even lower. And
Uh,
in the future with volume as well, part of our rewards vault is going to be injected into the swap, so the gas fees are even lower.
That's really great, Sean. That's really
Mhm.
great. We got Rick saying Safuape is going where no other project have passive income that blows your mind.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I actually think, Maddie, I think Olga, I think she's a bot because she keeps saying the same thing. I think it's a bot. So maybe if Sherry's still in the chat, she's got a wrench. She can mute her or get rid of her because she just keeps saying the same thing over and over again.
Mhm.
So, Brandon's so funny. He's like, "Hey man, check the supply. It's less than 1 trillion now."
Mhm. I love Brandon. He's a good guy.
Okay, okay, pop quiz, Brandon. What is the supply right now? Let's see if he answers. Until he types that in, let's go back to the website because I want to talk more about like I think this is absolutely amazing that you guys offer that. Not only is it a swap, but it's a swap that's going to protect people. And like you said, with this lawsuit that's coming up with Unis, which I don't think is fair. Like you can't sue Budweiser because somebody drunk drove somewhere and hurt somebody. I
Mhm.
I think that people need to be responsible for themselves, but investors are not always the smartest. And we're all at one point or another, we're all going to invest in a rug pull, whether we like it or not. I might even promote a rug pull, not knowing it's a rug pull. Like all of these things start out looking good, but unless you can read smart contracts, it's easy to be deceived.
Mhm.
So that, oh, he answered, look at that, 993 billion. I mean, thank you, Brandon. He did well, right?
He did. He's on it. He's always in the lives. He's always rewatching the AMAs and Twitter space we have, and great supporter. And I love how active our community is. I mean, again, that's what I love about crypto. We're all connected. I mean, and everybody's an important role in the entire community. So I love it.
And then he says, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Love
Hey,
you, bro.
he's in Texas too, so I'm gonna have to go buy him some coffee or buy him a cold one here whenever he comes through my area.
Nice. Okay, so let's head on back to the other tabs that are here. So here's the fiat button if you wanted to pay with your credit card or
Mhm.
I guess Apple Pay or any other ways that you would pay for the cryptocurrency. What's this claim rewards button?
So that's your claim rewards, and that's from Baby Sape. So holding Baby Sape, it generates rewards for you. And right now, there's like no volume, and people that have around 10, 15 billion tokens, which is a larger amount, it's about an ETH worth. They're getting about $1,000 a month in passive income on ETH
Shut the front door.
with no. And this volume is all generated from taxes. So it's literally we're using the taxes giving back to everybody. So all the buys and sells are going back to everyone. And if you hold SAPE, we just implemented the smart contract that's coming very soon this week, I believe. I'm gonna have to talk with the team, but we're implementing the smart contract where just holding SAPE without staking or anything, if you hold 5 billion or more SAPE tokens, it's going to give you a 50% boost. And
Okay,
then
is this the right chart that I have up here for Baby Sape?
that is it right there.
How much do you have to own to win that to get that kind of income?
So around 15 billion is the math right now for 1,000 a month on the volume that we have currently. And it's no volume. That's why I tell people like just a 2, 3, 4, $5 million market cap on Baby Safe is going to generate huge passive income for everybody.
I
And
mean, here's the time to buy it. Okay, How much money would somebody need to spend right now at this price point to be able to do that?
So about one ETH is going to get you right around 15, 16 billion tokens. And also, if you hold 5 billion SAPE tokens without staking or anything, you get a 50% boost in those rewards. So that 1,000 a month would be 1,500.
Guys, this baby SAPE.
And that
Mhm.
NFT also, when the NFTs drop, the first 500 SAPE holders, just holding that NFT, you get another 50% boost. So it's a 100% boost if you have 5 billion SAPE tokens plus the NFT. So that's 2,000 a month at the current volume we have if you hold about an ETH worth of baby SAPE.
Wow, that's really that's really wonderful. That's Sherry likes it too. Sherry says, "Are you kidding me?" She
Mm-hmm.
wanted to put an F in there, but she
Yeah.
knows we like to keep it rated G here on the Crypto Queen channel because you never know when somebody's gonna be watching. He's very excited. Brandon's very
Mhm.
excited, you guys. Crypto
Yeah.
Realist is in the
Hey,
house. What's up, Jeremy? The rewards are insane. Talk about passive income. Is Jeremy probably? He probably is. He's into all of the good projects. He combs through everything before he participates in anything or invests in anything. So he probably owns a crap ton of both of these tokens. Probably. He's probably in line to get you know,
yeah, Jeremy's a great guy. And on the SAPE end as well, SAPE,
NFT. I literally just forgot NFT. I'm
Mhm.
50 years old, Sean. You have to forgive me. I couldn't think of NFT
Mhm.
and I cut you off and I apologize for
Oh,
that.
um, I,
Continue.
I was just saying SAPE, holding SAPE also staking is going to be live soon, and big wallets and every wallet's going to get rewarded from staking. And there's also a huge utility that's going to be released just for SAPE holders in the future. That's going to be a big incentive, and we want incentives for people to hold bags in both tokens. So that's that big utility. It's on the website. It's just a guess for the community right now. I release stuff too early. I get excited. I get why developers want to tease things that are going because as soon as I find out, I get pumped and I'm excited. I want to tell everybody, but I can't release the big rewards and utility that's coming for SAPE as well as what we already have. So
There's
I'm
more
excited.
to come. There's
Mhm.
more to come from Safuape. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we want to do this for the long haul. We've never been a part of any other team. This is the first project, and this is our all of our dreams. I want to get off my 9 to 5 and be full time SAPE. And we're an LLC in Texas. We're doing everything to keep up with regulation and prepare for the future. So I'm really excited.
That's wonderful. I'm really excited. My goodness. And we know Brandon, he's really excited.
Yeah.
So now we've come back to this is what it actually looks like. Their
Mhm.
decentralized exchange. And here is where you would pick your token. Right there, you select one of your tokens. Let's say we picked Babe Sape. Oh, no, we'd pick Ethereum here. My bad. Hold on.
Mhm.
Oh, before I do that, I just wanted to show we can either pick Ethereum, the Binance Smart Chain, or Polygon. And those are the blockchains that are available right now. But like you said,
Mhm.
they're going to expand even further into Avalanche and Matic. Is it Matic or Polygon now? I can't remember. It was one and then it switched. I think it was Polygon. Now it's Matic.
Phantom chain. And we also want to expand to every chain. So we're going to bridge SAPE and Baby SAPE to Binance, and we want the the swap to be every chain as well, so we can trade everything. I'm a big fan of Crow as well, and
Oh,
um,
yeah.
yeah, we want to add everything because we want every trader to be able to come and use the swap and trade it safely and easily.
That's amazing. That's supersonic amazing. I love it. And your interface, it looks really clean and easy to follow and super cool. Sometimes things are, kind of lumped together,
Mhm.
hard to follow. It's confusing. Whoever designed this did a really good job with just having a really good flow. It looks really, really well done. Very, very professional. And here's your chart
Mhm.
for SAPE. Would I be able to pick a different chart if let's say if I wanted to see baby SAPE?
Not right now. That is not implemented yet. It's just the decks of SAPE right now.
Okay. Now let's head on back to your website again. I'll get there eventually.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, wait a sec. Oh, okay, we'll come over here. We already went through that. Let's hit up your white papers.
Yeah, so that the website was just updated, so I don't think Andrea uploaded the white paper unless she has already, but
Mhm.
it looks like she has actually. So I checked on it like 30 minutes ago and I was like, hey, the white paper's not linked in yet. And she's like, I'm working on it. Probably
Dude,
be.
women are on it, Sean. Let
Are you-
me tell you, the women are not on it. She's got it. She's like, "Oh, he's doing the AMA tonight. They might pull up the white papers. Let me do that." That's a woman. Is she a mother?
She is not, but she is so fast. Like the last white paper we had, the first white paper, I was talking to, I forgot who I was talking to. And within an hour, she sent me the white paper. I was like, holy crap, you already? Like, and she's like, yeah, wanted to get it out. And that's the whole point of the mission of the team too. We want to deliver and not overpromise. We want to actually deliver and show we don't need to be 20, 30, $40 million market cap to just deliver a basic swap. We want to do everything that we can actually deliver to people and give them utility without needing all those millions of dollars. And people are like, why aren't y'all doing anything yet? You know, you have resources.
Right. Right. So yeah, and people, let's bear in mind, like Sean just said, they're only a month old at this point. So they've been drilling away here. This is not, oh, why is your charts down because you're not doing anything. You just had an initial hype and now you've got nothing. What do you have to show for it? Maybe get some NFTs that nobody wants because you don't have enough holders. There's no demand for it. Their chart is down because the entire market is down. So if there's certain projects that you think are going to be good that you'd like to invest in, it's a good time to invest. Keep your eye on the chart, find an area of where they hit an accumulation. Not if they keep going down, 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 down every day. Wait till they hit an area of accumulation, then you can buy into those projects. It's a winner's market. This is where wealth is made in these markets because other people are panic selling, they're freaking out. This is how, my mother always used to say it, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But there's just a few different, lessons that you should learn and rules that you should abide by in order to break that. And that's one of them. When the market is down, this is when we should buy. When there's blood in the streets, this is when you buy. When everybody else is getting greedy and they're holding, and all of these green candles are popping up all over the place, that's when you should start to take profits and sell. Protect your profits and leave yourself a nice little moon bag. Oh, yeah. So she did a great job getting these up. I asked if she was a mother because, when you're a mother, you have to be anticipatory. You have
Hmm.
to know, you have to bring enough extra diapers and food. And so, yep, she did a great job. So, here's your ecosystem.
Hmm.
Is this the ecosystem as it stands right now, or does this have some future utility on it as well?
So that's the whole goal for the entire ecosystem, and not at farming yet. And staking is coming soon as well. But staking will be live very soon, and I'm excited to have it out already because I like investing. I like being able to put my money in and hold and not have to mess with it a lot, not have to watch charts all day. So I'm glad staking's gonna be out soon, and then farming's gonna be out in the future as well.
When staking? When
Yeah.
staking? Isn't that
When
what everybody's asking you? When staking?
the when Lambo, when staking, when CMC a lot. We applied for CMC weeks ago and just waiting. And I love CoinViewCap and what they're doing. And I talked to Keith. I've talked to Keith on the phone a couple times, and we talked about it. Like, hey, it's hard to get a hold of those guys. You can't call a number. You can't go to an office and say, hey, can I just get my token on here? And the only thing he showed me an email that it said he had like 200 something ahead of him. So I was like, holy cow, like that's that's frustrating.
What do you think those rewards are going to look like? Like, do you have anything in particular? Like, is there a percentage guaranteed if somebody stakes?
Yes, so we're gonna have an APY. We don't have the set number yet, but we really want to incentivize the top wallets, the big holders, because they do hold the floor. And the chart does not show love if a top holder dumps half their bag or however much. And so the bigger the bag, the more the rewards and the more incentive going to be. And that future utility as well for SAPE is going to be, it's going to heavily influence the big holders as well. We want the whales to stay whales and, love the team and love the community. So trying to make everybody happy and give rewards for everybody. But I'm really excited for it. I can't release everything that I want to, but it'll get released as soon as it's being published out.
Right. But here's the thing, Sean. I think while the chart is right here, I wouldn't mind if some of the whales started to get out right
Mm-hmm.
here, right now, because this way, if we're shaking them out, it's less of a possibility that they're going to hurt the chart when it does finally start to go back up. So I don't mind when the big wallets start selling out at this point, because it's goodbye to you, and you can't hurt us in the future. The chart is low, and we understand. Listen, the people that love your project, they understand everything. I think everybody's always chasing that new Shiba Inu. Everybody wants to be in the new Shiba Inu, and so they're looking for this endless green candle. They want to be the one to put in a $200 investment and walk away with 2 million. That's very rare. It's probably never going to happen again, just to let you know. And but the people that understand your project, understand the potential of what it's going to be, they know it's going to be a long investment. It's going to be a long investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're going to be around for a long time. And the more people that get into cryptocurrency, the more people that are going to invest in Safuape. I mean, that's just the way it is. Right now, there's a finite number of investors in cryptocurrency. And I feel like all of their wealth is kind of like spread out over the entire crypto market as it exists right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the cream of the crop is going to start rising to the top, and all of the other cryptocurrencies that are not good projects, there's either flaws in the contract or flaws in the devs, they're going to start to go down. And thank you very much, Crypto Shop. Appreciate you, buddy. Just wanted to stop by and show love to the Crypto Queen. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. There's only so much money there to
Mm-hmm.
go around. So I think the people that are loving your project, you don't have to worry about them bailing out. Like, they're there to stay. So I don't mind getting rid of whales early on. See ya. It's better for us, I think.
Absolutely. And I talked to the whole community about it too. I was like, hey, the big sell off we had, it was really just a handful of people. So hopefully we're done with all that, and it's all people who want to invest and build the floor and grow the community. So, and I don't knock anybody. Taking profits is fine. It doesn't feel as good when you sell a giant bag and it hurts the little guy, but it's just the nature of the beast. And long-term projects like ourselves, we're trying to shine through all the pump and dumps and the scams, and the market's just so saturated right now with so many projects. And that's part of our mission. We want to stop all the scams and rugs from starting before they even hit people, so they're not taking away that volume and they're not turning people away from crypto in general.
Right. Are you familiar with my friend, the Crypto Shop? He's got his own YouTube channel. He's in the group with Sandstorm and
Yeah,
Rodney and everybody. Do you know him?
I do, and we've been working on setting up an AMA and group discussion as well. I love his channel, and just waiting on the full team to get it going through.
There you go. So, of course, Brandon's got. Well, that's good, because he's very smart. He'd be a good channel to get on and
Hmm.
introduce to his subscribers. Brandon says, Rick, we should start our own channel and invite Tammy and Cowboy on.
Yeah, we do have a SAPE official YouTube that we do. I've done some promo videos on how to navigate the swap, how to claim rewards, and why you should hold both tokens. So we're right now it's kind of an intro, but I did talk to the community. I want to bring, it's a big family, and I want to bring like community members on that want to introduce themselves or just come chit chat, ask questions on YouTube, and have like community highlights from us and our partner communities.
Well, that's good. I think, if there's anything that you can do for marketing, any tool that you can use for marketing and it's free, you 100% should utilize it. Like,
Mhm.
I don't understand why more cryptocurrencies aren't, like, tweeting every single day. When I see a token that doesn't tweet multiple times a day, I get a bad feeling about them. I'm like, "Something's up with them. They're not tweeting, they're silent, like, what is the story here?" It makes me feel like they have bad intentions,
Mhm.
because wouldn't I'm sure you guys are tweeting all the time, right?
Yeah, we've actually got a separate Telegram group that's the Shill group, and we literally just we have a tags function that we use in SAPE and the Shill group, and we put that out and we say, hey, put out memes, tell what you love, post every day, and our official Twitter reposts community members' posts, and like this AMA retweeting the AMA, and we're trying to get the algorithm to see us because in the saturated market, that's the only thing you can do. Just get out there as much as possible to showcase who you are, your vision, and your product.
Right. Maddie asks another question. Is there any central exchanges being looked at?
Yeah, so Hotbit and LBank were the first ones, and obviously I've heard good and bad things about Hotbit, so that's being debated. LBank will most likely be the first centralized exchange we go for, but right now we're getting our listing on DojaSwap sorted out because we love Shinja. I love what they do, their vision, and what they've done for crypto. So that was my vote in the team. We have team votes just like we do in the community on what we want to do, and I said, hey, I want DojaSwap first because I love what they're doing. I love their vision. I love how transparent they are, and being on their swap would be amazing.
Right. I think everybody I know is a Shinja holder, right? I
Mhm.
mean, they're just really good. I
Mhm.
like Cliff. I like the entire team over there, strong. My friend Teddy Ganja now
Mhm.
works for them, so that was super super exciting for him.
Mhm.
Moon Hunter says, "Do you still hold Archie as well, or can you just hold SAPE?" No, of course. I hold multiple things, and of course, I still hold Archie. Look, can't you see the banner on the screen? Moon Hunter. Look at that big screen up there. It says Archie. What you think that is? Not the comic. Okay, so I know everybody's been dying for me to finally get to some samples of your NFTs.
Mhm.
So I think we've pretty much covered the utility. You've shared everything that you can share as
Mhm.
far as utility goes. So now let's go down here to your NFT sneak peek. And I have to say, they are pretty cool. Oh, well, I've been rolling down this whole thing and you haven't even seen the screen.
Yeah.
Here we go. So let's talk about they are really, really cool, these
Mhm.
NFTs.
Yeah, and they're the SAPE Kings, and again, Andrea, the graphics designer for the site, she's doing all 1,000 3D NFTs by herself, and they're all original ideas, 3D, and they're gonna be exclusive on our site to SAPE holders. So the first 500 are gonna get the free one, so 500. Then there's gonna be other ones for sale, and they're gonna be able to be staked for APY as well as reward boosting your rewards.
Okay, I was busy zooming in on the screen. I'm sorry, could you
Mhm.
please repeat the rewards for being an NFT holder?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So all SAPE holders will get a free NFT, and these NFTs are exclusive for SAPE holders. To be able to purchase or mint one as well, you'd have to hold SAPE. And just holding the NFT without staking or anything, you will get a 50% rewards boost in Baby SAPE. So let's say you have 5 billion SAPE tokens, you get that 50% boost. You have your NFT, you get a 100% boost. So if you have the 1 ETH of Baby SAPE right now and you're earning 1,000 a month, you're automatically going to earn 2,000 a month if volume doesn't change at all, if it's just the same that it has been.
Now, is there a minimum to earn those rewards in Baby Sape or no?
No, so Baby Safe, any amount generates rewards. Obviously, if you have a small bag, it's not going to generate much right now due to volume. And that's kind of we're rewarding too the people who bought SAPE and who buy into SAPE who just want a straight up token that is going to be fit for centralized exchanges and straightforward, safe, fitting for all that. We're going to reward them by you basically get double your Baby SAPE just by having SAPE because 5 billion or more tokens you get 50% boost plus the NFT. You're basically doubling what you have in Baby SAPE. So then you can start accumulating your Baby SAPE bag to make it go even higher with the rewards.
Now, is that sustainable to constantly give rewards, and is that a sustainable function and utility?
Absolutely. So it's all off volume. It's all from the taxes. So we're using the taxes in the split on the contracts to feed those rewards. So that's if the volume goes down, they will go down slightly. If the volume goes up, they will keep continuing to go up. And it's just it's self-sustaining. So every buy and sell helps SAPE, and it also helps baby SAPE with the rewards. And in the future, when we start implementing the lower gas fees, it's going to help that as well. But yeah, it's literally off the volume. So it's the holders and the taxes that come out of the contract are just feeding that entire pool constantly.
I mean, everything I've heard so far sounds really good, and like I said, I misjudged your project. Initially, when I saw it, I thought it was going to be a rip-off NFT of the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Hmm.
That was my bad. I made a bad judgment call, but, there's so many projects that contact me every single day. It's so hard to stay on top of everything, and like you, I have a profession that I do during the day. I can't
Hmm.
just sit on Twitter and YouTube all day. I'm busy for about 12 hours a day, and then just doing the YouTube is kind of a side hustle, and then I have to pay attention to my own investments. It's like I'm
Hmm.
working I feel like I'm a dev. I'm working like 20 hours a day. Literally, I get like 4 or 5 hours sleep a night, and that's about it. So it can be crazy to try to keep up with everything. So sometimes I just make quick judgment calls on things, and I made a bad call with your I never said that publicly, by the way. I
Yeah.
never, like,
Thank you.
flooded your token or anything, but I just didn't, like, retweet it, or I didn't really focus anything. I don't even think I even followed you. I
Hmm.
think I recently started to follow you after you, requested the AMA,
Hmm.
and I know that you were on Sandstorm's channel. I mean, normally, I would have to vet you before I agreed to have you on for an AMA, but being that I know you've made the circuit when it comes to Sandstorm, Believes, Rodney. I know
Love.
you've been on all those guys, so I'm like, if he passed with flying colors on those channels, I'm sure it's fine. I'll just brush up on my homework today. I was literally just combing through your website like an hour before you came on, and, just wrote up my questions and stuff. But yeah, I really like your project. I think this is a really good time if you're interested in investing in Safuape. Now's a really good time to do it because the charts, like he said, the entire market is down, and that's reflected in their crypto as well. It's down, so this would be a good place to enter. I mean, I'm sure there are people who did buy way up here, you know. This chart actually reminds me of the WAGMI chart, It's it
Hmm.
and there I went, not pulling up the thing again.
Hmm.
It kinda looks like the WAGMI chart. There's going to be some people that wanted to buy into the cryptocurrency, and they probably bought at the top. I know it's a bummer. I know it stinks. Nobody wants to buy at the all-time high only to watch that wick come down and then the chart to come down with it. But here's the opportunity to do some dollar cost averaging. You can always be profitable no matter what area you're in as long as you do some dollar cost averaging. So I am probably gonna buy into this project. It looks really good. I have to see what I have available here, but I am very impressed with your project. I'm impressed with your team. I'm very impressed with you. You did a great job for this AMA. Everybody seems to like you. Maddie didn't once heckle you, and that's amazing because he usually comes on here and razzes and heckles every single guest that I've ever had, including me. He was
Hey,
well behaved today.
that's all right. And I don't blame you on the judgment of the project because like I said, the market's just saturated with so many things, and it's hard to know what's legit, what's not. And just name any name that has any meme or any reference to a meme now, it's like, okay, this that another one, and then it's gone in a week or whatever, and all the socials are deleted. So I don't blame you, but that's we're trying to market, get our name out, our vision, and our passion, and just keep sharing what we're doing. And the rewards are crazy with volume. That's what I've been telling everybody. Hey, if you got a big wallet right now, you're seeing it, but even just a couple million market cap, I mean, the rewards are great, and then the buybacks, instead of 30-40 bucks on the SAPE chart, they're going to be 300-400 bucks, and it's helping both sides. And I love the concept, and I love being here, and this is my dream job. I'm trying to get off the 9 to 5 and do this full time because I love talking to amazing creators like you and talking to the community and growing the crypto space.
Amen. Everybody should have their dream job,
Hmm.
Sean. The world would be such a nicer place if everybody had their dream job. And Maddie says he seems sincere. Plus, he caps, so that make me feel better. Plus, he cap. Plus, he cap. I don't know what that. Maybe your hat.
The cowboy hat, yeah.
Oh, plus the cap, maybe. So yeah, the cowboy hat. And then he says that's not true. When I said he razzes everybody, Maddie, it's a little true. It's a little true. So yeah, I really like your project. Sean, is there anything else that you think we missed? Or Brandon? Shit, Brandon, is there anything that you think that Sean and I missed? Anything that you want to add, Brandon? Yeah, Brandon did a.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Oh, wait. He says no cop equals police officer. What? Maybe I'm just not getting it. No cop equals police officer. Are you a cop or something?
Yeah, I'm in law enforcement, so that's kind of the side of, hey, like I know the dev team personally, and I'll hold them accountable, and I have all the resources to hold anybody accountable, whether they're overseas or not. So everybody's safe, and that's the whole SAFU trade SAFU with SAFE. That's the whole mission project, and I see projects where you see people and it's hard to trust them because you don't know their background or their background's bad and it has a history of bad things, but background's clean. I got some speeding tickets when I was younger, but I'm in law enforcement currently, and as much as I love it, I do love this project, and I love doing this as well, and would love to be here full time.
I think you really should be full time because you did a wonderful job representing the project. You answered every question without hesitation. You had good answers. You're representing it well. I think it's just it's really good. The project is really good. King says, "What's the next token in line to get listed on our swap SAPE family? Let's go." So I imagine you probably know this King fella, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've got a couple pending. The Banana Task Force Apes, they're pending. WagMe is also pending. Archie Neko, I love what they're doing. We're waiting from them as well. Um, and there's a Wafer Token. They are also pending. They have their social media side, and we've been talking with them. So a couple are pending right now, and we're waiting on that. And we want to get some more Binance Chain too to show off the multi-chain swap. So we're reaching out to everybody. And Volt Army, I love Volt. We've reached out to them, and they told me, hey, if it's going to benefit both of us, they will definitely do it. But right now, it's not a for sure yes. So we're reaching out to everybody we can to get listed because we want good projects, and we can all win. I mean, we all wear different t-shirts from different successful companies. We eat at different restaurants that are doing good, drive different cars that are doing great. Crypto can be the same. If you have a good long-term project, I think we can all win in crypto.
Absolutely. There's room for every decent project because, there are so many projects that are bad that suck up the air in the space. Like I say about Archie Nico, they launched the same day as Seda Realty. So they Seda Realty stole their shine. And that was their moment to shine. And unfortunately, these projects that are maybe not that great, not that I'm saying that that's not, but there definitely are other projects that are not good and they take up a lot of the room, whether they're just doing some kind of marketing blitz and, their people are rating. It's hard to find a decent project, a really good, solid project that has a good roadmap, a good development team behind it, and follow through. Usually, some projects have like maybe two of the three. They're just it seems like you guys all have your stuff together. And I'm not saying that because you're just sitting here in front of me. I'm
Yeah.
saying it because I feel like it's true. Like everything that I've looked at and everything I've heard and everything you've relayed, it looks really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, and I'm not the smartest guy, but I'll shoot it straight with you. And if I don't have an answer, I will go get the answer, and I won't give a bad answer. I'll go get the answer and get it out as fast as possible.
So, guys, in case you're interested, I do have the links for their website down below. And if you go to and Twitter as well. Now, if you go to their website, you can go to any one of their social media platforms just by simply clicking on any of the links that are on the left-hand side. And it looks like they got every single thing that there is. They got Telegram, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, Reddit. I don't know what that is, and Facebook. What's the M thing?
It might be the medium where we have our LinkedIn and everything. We're on LinkedIn as well, and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. So trying to get out everywhere because, like you said, anywhere you can market for free is absolutely necessary. And there's every platform you can grow the community.
Brandon said he's got to run. He's got to go to work. But hey, Brandon, you did a really great job, Brandon. Thank you for joining in the chat. And, if you keep holding safe and baby safe, maybe one day you can go ahead and quit that job and just retire on your investment here with Safuape. And I think that's about going to wrap it up here for us. What do you think? There's anything else that you want to talk about, Sean, before we bounce on out of here?
Just thanks for having me on, and thank you to the community for being so supportive and positive. And it's a blessing to be here and a part of this team and a part of the community. And it's a big growing family, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to the future.
I think we're all looking forward to the future, definitely for sure, especially if you have a good thing to invest in. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to invest in something and think, man, I can't wait, and especially when you get my age, time just seems to fly right by. Before you know it, maybe we'll be retired
Mm-hmm.
on one of these tokens, one of these, really good solid tokens, like I think you are. I sometimes I get lost with my train of thought, but that's the point that I was trying to make. You're a good token. Other tokens maybe have some great attributes, but they lack a little something. Sounds like everything that you've got going there is just a really great, well-rounded project, from your utility to your development team and the family that's behind you. Now, let me just see if there's any more questions in the chat before we go, Sean. Rick Vaughn says, please hold on a second. People just have no idea how crazy amazing the Safuape project is. Just think, with just a decent volume, those who hold safe. My camera keeps dying. That means we've definitely been on super long. Now it's just going to, I thought it was going to totally quit. Who holds SAPE, baby SAPE, and NFT will be getting thousands in rewards. I think that should have been will be getting thousands in rewards. And yes, that's absolutely amazing. So Jeremy said, good job, Sean. Go SAPE. Well, that's going to do it here for us today. I thank you so very much for joining us. And hey, Sean, thank you very much for coming on the Crypto Queen channel to represent Safuape. I keep wanting to say Grape Ape. Do you remember that cartoon? You're probably too young to remember it. There was a cartoon called Grape Ape. I keep wanting to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Safuape and your entire team. You represent them very well. And I look very forward to everything that you've got going on. I can't wait for you guys to release those NFTs. And I am going to keep an eye on Safuape. And I will keep you guys updated with anything big that's going on. Like he said, there's going to be some news coming out relatively soon. When do you think you'll be able to leak that news?
Yeah. So the staking and some other news that people are more aware of, it's going to be very, very soon, within the next week, 2 weeks max. But the big utility that's going to be for SAFE holders exclusively, that's going to be, I can't release a timeline on that because I'm bad at busting news. I'm bad at surprises and holding things in. So I got to hold that one in because it's a huge incentive, and I love it.
That's amazing. So guys, it's a good time to enter Safuape. Like I said, make sure that they've got a good solid 4 or 5 days of accumulation at a certain price point. Then you go ahead and enter it. And like we always say, make sure that you take your profits. Don't be afraid to take your profits on the way up. This way you can feel safe and leave yourself a nice moon bag behind. And it sounds like there's huge potential with this project. Well, that's going to do it here for us today. I thank you so much for joining me. Remember, until next time, guys, try to only buy on those red candles, and please take care of yourself. Thank you, Sean. Good night.
Thank you.